Hello, my fellow YouTubers. This is CeeDubb coming at you with episode 2 of my Let's Play. If you remember last time, we had found this woodland mansion in this village. It was awesome, but we are gonna make our exodus from this place. I was wondering something. What are those people that the chronographers, the ones that you get the maps from? If I was to buy a map from him about a woodland mansion, you think the map would lead me right there, 50 blocks away? I don't know. It'll be fun to test out, see what happens. And alright, we're moving on. We're packed up already. We're going to keep heading in the same direction we've been heading since the beginning of the series. We're just really looking for a biome, any biome that isn't a forest biome. Just not feeling the forest biomes. That's all we've seen so far since we first started. But you know what? It's okay. The forest can't go on forever. Actually, we just walk in one direction. It's got to lead somewhere else, right? So let me take a quick nibble and walk around, and I will come back when I find a biome that's different. I think I found something that I like, a plateau biome, which plains biome, excuse me, which is one of my favorites. It's nice and flat. It's like a nice big canvas to work with. Really like that hill that's right in the middle too. Hopefully that hill is right in the middle of the plains biome. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, let's come across. Let's check it out. A lot of area. I'm just gonna kind of walk around the whole plains biome, just see what I see. Well, probably nothing special, but who knows what we'll find. Give me a second. I'm gonna walk around and I'll get right back to y'all. Let's see. Oh, got a temple biome there, or a desert temple right there, and another village, and what I thought was 3 cows standing on top of each other for a second from that angle. Sorry. We want to check out the temple, but we're gonna get the village out of the way. So let me make my way there, and yeah. Alright, we're gonna be super quick. Super quick. We're just looking for a blacksmith and his forge so we can loot it and raid it and then get on out of here. Hello, sir, don't mind me. Just gonna rob you blind. Okay, some obsidian helps us. Got some shiny pants. Got bread. We'll definitely exchange this stone pickaxe for this iron one. And we'll always take a saddle. Anytime I come in and there's like a loot chest, I always want a saddle, horse armor, notch apple. I want stuff that basically doesn't have a crafting recipe in the game. And yeah, I think that's about all we're gonna really find in this village. So yeah, let's make our way to the temple. We are here, and you can see the temple has been ravaged by the hands of times, literally just engulfed in all the sand. Doesn't matter to us. Yeah, we're here for the loot, right? Alright, gotta be careful. Let's get some torches thrown in the offhand. Gotta be careful when you're mining down. I have mined the block, didn't catch the block, and it landed on the pressure plate and the whole thing exploded. Just go ahead and scoop that up, and yeah, diamond horse armor at that. Sweet. Ooh, my inventory is just full of junk right now. If we put the shiny pants on, we can make some more room. And yeah, let's see, horse armor for sure. We'll take the spider eye string, why not? I got some gold horse armor. Well, what don't we want? Yeah, it's like I have so much junk in my chest, I don't know what junk to get rid of. It's not like I got good stuff in there. We'll take all that, and you know what, still early game. We can use the bone meal from these bones. So let's get that loaded up too. Alright, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and pillar out of here, but ooh, not before we dig up all this TNT. Can never have too much TNT. Get all that. Of course, got to get rid of some more junk. Jeez. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, so we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna pillar up, go out to that little hill that we spotted out in the middle of the plains biome. And I'm thinking we're gonna kind of put a house on top of that, so I'll see y'all over there. Alright, here we go, making our way. Maybe we'll set up camp right at the base of that little mountain. Well, not even a mountain, that's like a hill. And we got some company. We got some guys that want to come hang with us, but they're definitely not cool enough. I guess they're from the desert. They like the heat. The sun doesn't burn them up. Yeah, alright, whatever. Yeah, so we need to get a house made for us. Before we can do that, we need to set up camp, set up a temporary base somewhere. We need to gather some materials, get a little farm going, a little tree farm going. We need to get a little mine shaft going. We got a lot to do before we can even build this house. So let me cut away. Alright guys, I cut away for a while. As you can see, I got this tree forest behind me. I planted it, grew it, chopped it down maybe at least half a dozen times. It's the same with this little forest or this garden in front of me. You know, I knew we were going to have major, huge redstone automated farms in the future, and one, I needed to kill time, and two, think about the future. So I planted this garden, you know, harvested it and replanted it many times over. Let's see, like I said, I've been gone for a little while. Went ahead and cleared all the trees on top of this mountain, or this hill, I keep calling it a mountain. Got a little sugarcane farm going here. This is where I decided to set up called base. Yeah, for the house up there, just close enough, just somewhere, you know, keep our materials separate. This chest holds all the materials that we're going to need for the house today that we're going to be building, and we got some more stuff cooking up. This chest is for all my goodies, all the diamonds and, you know, the precious metals and all the stuff that, yeah, that I like looking at because it's nice and shiny and pretty. And let's see, what else? The only thing I got to really, oh, yes, I do have a mine shaft here. I'm going to make my way down and show off something. Alright guys, I found this diamond. I found a bunch of diamonds actually while I was off camera, but I wanted to mine it on camera with y'all, especially the first diamond. And there we go, the diamond achievement, probably my favorite achievement of them all. But you know what, we're gonna leave all these diamonds here, and trust me, there are quite a few diamonds that I found down here, because there's something I like to do with anytime I start a new world and I find my first diamond. As you can see, there's diamonds there. There's something I always like to do, and I want to do it with y'all on camera, so bear with me. There's diamonds somewhere around here. Oh, there they are. As you can see, I just discovered this area. The redstone iron's all there. But yeah, this is like I said, this is something I do every time I start a world. As soon as I find my first diamond, make sure I bring it up to the surface. There's actually diamonds down at the end of this. So yeah, let me make my way up to the top, and I'll show you what I got planned. All right, we are finally here. Jesus, mental note: craft up some cobble stairs. Let's see, we are looking for a piece of leather. I got sticks, and basically, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm gonna make an item frame. I'm gonna frame my first diamond. It's, I guess, the same as like if you've ever gone into a business of some sort and had like the first dollar framed up. Yeah, it's the first dollar they ever made. Well, it's the first diamond I ever made. You know what, let's take it a step further. I think I got some iron cooking up here. Sure do. Yeah, let's see, we need an anvil. I think that's 2 iron blocks. Yeah, and oh no, it's actually 3 iron blocks. Let's do that really quick. The crafting recipe for an anvil is something like this. Awesome. Let's get that thrown down right there. And what do I need to name it? I think I just need the diamond to name it, and we're just gonna name it, I don't know, first diamond. My first diamond. Yeah, sounds good. Check the spelling really quick. I like it. And there you have it, my first diamond. Love it. I also love is this texture pack. I love the night sky. It just looks so good. Makes me want to just run around at night. Oh, then we see skellies. Let's get to bed. Alright, another night in the books. What we gotta do now is, yeah, well, I guess we can just sit and watch these nasties burn up. Nothing wrong with that. Some more over there. We need to get started on the house. So basically, I need to get all this material up top, and yeah, we just need to start. Get my inventory ready. So give me a second. I'll see y'all at the top of the hill. All right, guys. So I made it up. I'm gonna go ahead and get set up. Throw down a bed. We are gonna be spending quite a bit of time up here, and yeah, I'm just ready to get right into this. So let's get a stack of oak wood, planks, some oak wood stairs, stone slabs, stone bricks. Probably won't need the stone steps anytime soon, but this house, just like most houses, we're just going to start with the frame of the house. We're definitely going to get rid of this torch in our offhand. We're going to pillar up about 6. And again, we're just working on the frame. We're gonna go step by step. Maybe frame out the whole house and then start doing the walls, and then detail would be the last step. But yeah, we're gonna frame up. I'll probably do a little bit on camera with y'all, and then because it's just gonna be repeated. And if you see one section of the house done, then you know how the rest of the house is gonna go. So we can skip all that. But yeah, this is something like I had in mind for as far as the framing of the house goes. And yeah, and this house is going to be actually 3 different houses that are connected with walkways and decking. So let's frame out this first house. Well, you know what? I'll frame out one more part of this house, and then I will do some of the walls, and just to give you an idea of what I've got planned, so I don't keep y'all in too much suspense. And actually, I'm gonna try to turn this into a tutorial. So many people, you know, they frame out their house with, say, oak wood, and they come back and they fill it in with oak planks like this. And you know, they'll leave a little opening where the window's gonna go. And I mean, that's all good, but and then they ask themselves, well, my house doesn't quite look as good as some of the other houses I've seen, you know. And I'll say the biggest thing is it's just a little too flat. You know, it's the wall is literally 1 block wide. There's really nowhere to like add detail, little places here and there, and depth makes a huge deal in building, especially houses in Minecraft. So I mean, we could put stone blocks there. Oh, hello, just everybody's just trying to photobomb me. But we could put steps there, and it does add a little bit more depth, a little bit more characteristics, but it's not enough to call it a good build. So without turning this into some kind of a build tutorial, let me knock this down. I'll build the same wall, but I'll do it a little different, and maybe you'll learn something. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and build the same wall, but we're gonna go ahead and push it back one. Pillaring up, and it's gonna be the same wall. The window's gonna be a little bit bigger, but again, we're using the stairs to encase the window. Just kind of gives it a little bit more detail, a little more personality. And yeah, let's go down some stairs there, and that's where the window's gonna go. And just by pushing it back 1 block, it does 2 things. It adds depth, and also it gives us room to add more details, like you know, the stone bricks in the corner, and maybe some half slabs, you know, on top and bottom. And again, without very much effort other than just pushing the wall back 1 block, it gave us room to add some detail. And yeah, let's go ahead and throw that on there so it kind of matches the other side, and already it looks better. And this isn't even, there's so much more we can do with this. I actually brought up a few pieces of acacia, but I'm gonna need a crafting table first. Let's go ahead and throw that down, and yeah, I said just a few pieces of acacia I had laying around. Let's go and turn those into planks. I want to feed those into these four blocks. Okay, 3rd time's a charm. These 4 blocks, just like that. Put sticks in between them, and then we get acacia fence post. And I think this orange goes pretty good with the tan and brown right here. But again, just adding detail, just adding more personality characteristics. Sir, I need you to move, please. Please, sir, cooperate. Move, please. All right, you know what? You asked for it. Thank you, thank you. Oh, really? And then you stick your butt in my face. Sir, you must die for that. Let's go ahead and throw down the fencing. And again, we're just adding detail here and there wherever we can, and it's just totally changing the dynamics of this wall. Oh yeah, let me go. I left them back here. I knew I was gonna need them. The stone stairs. And these oak logs, they're kind of acting, the frame, they're kind of acting, or supposed to look like the framing of the house, the structure of the house. So if we put these stairs and half stairs, totally missed. If we go ahead and put them down here, it just kind of adds to it, kind of gives the feeling of like they're kind of, how does that even happen? It just kind of looks like they're really holding up the building by themselves. So just little details like that. We can really get crazy, I guess, if we wanted to. Well, first, all right, let's pop this out a little bit because I just don't like the way it looks flat with the structure. But now we're getting into the little details that are going to tie in this house with the landscape around it. And if you don't, and this is a very crucial step, because if you don't do this, it just looks like a house on the land, and it doesn't look like it belongs. But few ways you can do this. You can add like bushes in the front, that are nice and clean. Maybe fill the back end with dirt, have flowers and whatnot. Or if you're not so much for the clean look, maybe a more weathered natural look, you can remove those and just kind of build up a little bush in the corner here. And if you really want to get crazy, you can kind of build it up where it wraps around your whole house. Maybe if you find some vines in a swamp biome, you can have those coming down. But yeah, just throwing these around, no rhyme or reason. But yeah, that really does add to the house. Yeah, any detail you add is really gonna just make it so much better. But we're gonna, and as far as the window goes, we're not gonna use glass blocks. We're gonna use glass panes just because they add that much more depth. And if you see, we got, let's see, 2, 3, 4. Our wall is 4 blocks thick. And remember, most people make their walls 1 block thick, and with that you just don't have anywhere to add details. And oh, it's getting dark, let's get some sleep, this place is not lit up. But yeah, without that, you're just not gonna be able to make a good build. So while I'm here on camera, let's go ahead and go back to the first step. I think I need to go one more up. Yeah. And we're just gonna frame everything out. We're not gonna worry about the walls. I just did that one section because I just wanted to show y'all what's going on in my head. But yeah, first thing, we're gonna go ahead and frame out not just this house, but you remember I told you this house is technically 3 small houses connected. We're gonna go ahead and frame all that in, and I think I'll just go ahead and just step away because it's all the same. Don't want to bore y'all, and yeah, I'll be back in a second. Let me get all this framed out. Alright guys, I've got all 3 buildings framed in, and I'm ready to go through and fill in the little sections of the wall. Let's see, you can see the steps behind me. That's not the final location of the steps or the design. I just needed some steps there so I can get a general layout of where everything's going. But yeah, that's about all I've done off camera is the framing. So it's time to go in and fill in the walls. We're not going to go with too much detail. We're just going to get the basic shape in, and then after that do the detailing, and then follow that up with the blending of the landscaping. So we're going to do all this in stages. I just completed the first stage. This is going to be the main part of the house. Have an enchantment area over there, maybe some armor stands lining up around there. Again, these steps are just kind of temporary, just trying to get a general idea. Still not even sure how I'm going to tie in this front door with the rest of that house. Did make a few little changes here. Put the glass in. I pushed the bushes back 1 block just so I can put the metal railing in, the iron bars. Came out pretty good. And I added in a bit of decking here, and actually liked it so much. Check out our progress. I'm going to make sure the whole house, or most of the house, is wrapped around with this decking. And I'm going to try to, I know it's kind of getting dark out, but I'm going to try to get a bird's eye view of what I've done so far. Let's check it out. Kind of just meh. It is just framing after all. But alright, we're going to get down, we're going to get some sleep, and we're going to go ahead and fill in these walls. And yeah, before you know it, this house will be done. Alright. Alright, we are up. My inventory is already set. And yeah, let's just fill in these walls one section at a time. Start down here. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up. And yeah, this looks like as good a section as any. And of course, first block into it, we make a mistake. It's alright, we're getting all our mistakes out of the way. And yeah, I just want to pillar up. And of course, across the top, we're going to have the staircases. I always actually when I clicked that, I knew that wasn't going to go the right way. I like to frame my windows and staircases, just adds a little more depth to it. And yeah, it's just a really easy, cheap, free way of getting a little more, I don't know, characteristics into your designs and stuff. Just something to keep in mind. And that's about all we're gonna really do. I don't have any of the other blocks with me. We're not trying to finish these sections to completion. We're gonna do them in stages. So yeah, maybe we'll put the stair blocks on there with the half planks going around those, but that's about it. We're gonna do this completely around all 3 parts of the house, and then we'll come back and do the detailing. And I'm sure by now y'all are asking yourselves, if we were to wrap the entire house like this, the whole house would just be made of windows. And you're absolutely right. just because we're putting in a window like right here. It might not be a window. The only thing is I don't know what's actually going. I know this is going to be a storage area on the inside. I just don't know how it's going to lay out. So until then, I'm just concentrating solely on the outside of the house, and we can move the windows or make the windows bigger or smaller as we go. But yeah, this is going to be about it. All right, I am completing the last little section of this first floor, or the lower level. I don't know if it's the first floor. We'll say the lower level house. Just got a few blocks to put in, and yeah, I will say this first one's done. As I fall off, no biggie, we're ready for the next step anyways. Let's see, check it out, give me once more look over, make sure we didn't miss anything. Yeah, I think we're good. We're gonna go back, and now we're gonna start throwing in the windows, some of the bushes and the iron fencing. I got that laying around. Also important, go around, make sure I haven't left out any blocks, because there will be plenty of blocks that I've left out. But yeah, it's time to start detailing this house, just giving it that little bit extra pizzazz. Alright guys, I'm for the most part finished up, not just with the lowest part of the house, but all 3 sections. Went ahead and just did all the exteriors, went ahead and buttoned and finished everything up. There's still so much work to do. It looks like the house is complete, but in my opinion, I think I'm about halfway done. You know, there's so much things, like we got to find a way to blend that area in so it doesn't look awkward. This is the front door. I haven't even thought about how I'm going to do the front door, just because lunar eclipse, guys. Yeah, I'm not even sure how the design's gonna go, because I'm not sure how the roof of this walkway is gonna go, or if I'll even have a roof. So a lot of important questions need to be answered first before we can really move on anymore. Yeah, not to mention, there's just so much landscaping work to do. It does look like the house is done, but yeah, there's a lot to do. This is, I guess, the most completed one. Call it the storage unit. We'll start moving our stuff in there, getting organized and set up. But yeah, there just really isn't much to it until we can really get some questions answered. But I think that's more for the next episode. I'm just gonna run out here and just kind of, I think I can get the lunar eclipse moon, in the background. That looks pretty sweet. That would make for a pretty good screenshot, actually. Don't mind if I do. I'll take that one right there. Excellent. Well, folks, again, I may put, another floor on top of them, make them each 2-story buildings. Still not sure, but yeah, a lot of work to be done. But we're gonna save all that for the next episode. I think I'm gonna call this episode quits. We're just about out of time. But this is the part where, guys, I ask it. If you really like what you've seen and you want to see more, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out a growing channel like mine. And I really do enjoy these videos. So I should have another one out in a couple of days. And yeah, till then, thank you and goodbye. And yeah, I've got some work to do.